Hi, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kat and today I'm doing part 1 of 2 unhauls. So, baby is coming very soon and I wanted to get rid of stuff that I don't need in the house. And the other part is that we had our carpets redone, so we had to pull every single thing that was on the floor out and put it back by hand. So as I'm putting each book back, I'm like, do I really want this on my shelves? So it led to like 50 books that are gonna be gone. So today we're gonna talk about half of them, covering the DNFs, the didn't likes, and the don't want to reads. So let's start off with the DNFs first. First up, I'm donating Fairy Tales and Space Dreams by Jasmine Shea Townsend. This is a collection of queer sci-fi and fantasy by a Black Lolita dressing author. And some of the stories in the beginning I found quite charming, but then as the collection went on, the writing style was just a bit childish and I didn't like the kind of immature plotting. So I'm probably going to donate this to a school. Next up is The Kindness of Your Nature by Linda Olson. This one I DNF'd because I just could not get into the character. We're following a woman who lives on a beach and she kind of has gone through a lot in her life, but I just felt no attachment to her and I did not want to keep reading. So yeah, that's why I'm letting go of this one. Next up, I'm getting rid of Delirium by Laura Restrepo. This one I'm pretty sad about because I bought it brand new and I was really excited about the premise, which is a woman believes that she is experiencing something, but from her husband's point of view, it's not happening, so you're not sure if he's gaslighting her or if she really is imagining and making it all up. I really wanted to love it, but I just was so opposed to the writing style, which is very free-flowing, and I really did not gel with it. So I really wish I had read the first few pages on Amazon before buying, so that is definitely a purchase fail this year for me. Another DNF is The Passion of New Eve by Angela Carter. I think, not an Angela Carter fan. I don't know if that's controversial, if other people really like her, but I find her writing extremely hard to get into. I read Infernal Desire Machines of Dr. Hoffman, I think that's what it is, for a book club last year or the year before. And again, I read it and some of the ideas were very interesting and surreal, but I just really didn't like the writing style. I guess the thing about a lot of these DNFs is they're either boring to me and I don't connect with the characters, or I really can't gel with the writing style. A writing style that I don't like is so hard to get over because I just don't want to be immersed in that. Yeah, so that's definitely, I think I'm done with Angela Carter. I think we are not a good fit together. Next up is The Glass Castle by Jeanette Walls. I actually made it, I think, about halfway through this, and this is about Jeanette Walls' childhood, where her parents were wildly unqualified to be parents. They put their kids in a lot of dangerous situations, starvation, periods of starvation where they weren't making money or they weren't taking their children's safety and health seriously. Just a lot of different things going wrong in here. And I think it's very similar. This one was first, but it's very similar to Educated by Tara Westover, where it's kind of like watching a train wreck and being like, I'm glad that's not me, but also I can't look away from it. But unfortunately, I think I'm just maxed out on childhood trauma memoirs. I think I've just reached my peak, I think. So I just didn't feel like continuing, and that's all there is to say about that. And then I have The Invisible Kingdom by Aiden Ben Barak. This is about microbes, and I'm a bit of a germaphobe. I was even before the pandemic. So I thought at that time that if I read this, it might help me like calm down a bit in public. Like I don't really like to touch like public door handles or like train or bus handles or like use public bathrooms, that kind of thing. And then joke's on me because the pandemic happened and now it's not weird to carry hand sanitizer with you, you know? So yeah, I'm not really interested in this. I read it, didn't really want to continue reading. After that, I have Matilda by Mary Shelley. This is a classic, I suppose you'd say, and I found it really depressing and I didn't want to keep reading. It's about a man who falls in love with his daughter, tells her, and then like commits suicide, and it's about her life afterwards, feeling like a mix of emotions, like horror and sadness and grief and stuff, and I'm just like, okay, I don't know why. I don't know why. And then the last DNF is The Golden Child by Wendy James. So this one was billed as a thriller. It says, can bad children happen to good mothers? And if you have been on my channel at all, you would know that I love a good evil child trope. I love a good evil child, or I love a good evil parent. Either one I find really fascinating. But actually this is more like women's lit fic and the pacing is so slow. Yeah, nothing thrillery or like evil child level. So I was just like, I'm bored and I would like to read something else. So, yep, that's the last in the DNF pile to donate. Let's do the did not likes. So these are all ones that I'm like, why do I even have this book here right now? Why did I even keep this? So one of them, I gave 2 stars. This is The Black Path by Asa Larson. I found this to be so slow. I did not care about any of the characters. It's supposed to be like a Scandi noir crime thriller, and it was not thrilling. I don't recommend it at all. Another one that I really didn't like that was recent, you guys will have known this if you watched my last wrap-up. This is Tequila Blue by Rolo Diaz. I'm still up in the air about whether this is supposed to be satire and like a biting commentary on the police state in Argentina and Mexico, or if the author truly feels this way, because I hated every character and I hated being in everyone's head. And I generally just really didn't like this book. So that is going. And then 2 that I had on my shelves that I was like, why are these even on my shelves? I did not even like them, but I'm lying. I know why they're on my shelves, okay? So this is Why God is a Woman by Nin Andrews. When I read this, I think I gave it 3 stars, maybe 2.5 stars. This is about an island where it's matriarchal and the women run the society, men are subservient, and I think one or both of them have wings, and this is a poetry collection. So it sounds right up my alley, but when I read it, I did not enjoy it, and I distinctly remember that. But the reason I kept it is because it sounds like it would be up my alley, and I love the title. Like, Why God is a Woman is an excellent freaking title. And I have kept it this long because I ordered it specially online, paid a lot of money for it, love the title, and I just want it to fit me. I want it to fit with me, but I don't like it, so I'm gonna donate it. It's time to let it go. And then I know why I kept this one, even though I didn't really like it. So, mermaids, obviously. I have a thing for mermaids for like ocean books, but especially mermaids and selkies and sirens. Huge weak spot. So this one, which is by a Trinidadian author and features a mermaid of color who isn't just like a sexy mermaid, like she's kind of gross and also she's more built like a flatfish. Like very interesting to me. But did I like the story? No, I didn't. I thought it was really the Madonna horror complex, like played out into like extreme tropism. I did not like some of the aspects in here, and I didn't like the ending. So I'm like, why am I keeping this? I know why I'm keeping it, okay? It's a mermaid book. I want to keep the mermaid books, but I don't have to keep every mermaid book, just the ones that I like. So those are all of the ones that I didn't like, and I'm gonna let them go, and someone else can enjoy them instead of me. And the last category today is all the ones I don't want to read. So these are all ones that were on my TBR shelf, and I just looked at them when I was putting them back, and I was like, I feel no pull to read you, and I've had you for a long time, and nothing about you calls to me. Like, if you went missing, I would not mind, and I really doubt I will ever get to you. So, in no particular order, okay? This is Boy Swallows Universe by Trent Dalton. This has won every award in Australia. Like, it is so popular. And despite that, I have not read it. I know it's about a boy who wants to break his brother out of prison. He's dealing with a lot of family stuff, and it's like a coming of age story. It's supposed to be amazing, but I have no compulsion to pick this up. Like, I have never looked at it and been like, yes, that's what I want to read, despite all the awards. So it's brand new condition. I bought it brand new, and I never even cracked it open. Next up is The Silence of the Girls by Pat Barker. So I'm a huge fan of the Iliad, and this is a retelling, I believe, of the Iliad through a feminist lens, through the women who were there. And again, it sounds like it would be right up my alley, but I just don't feel like reading it, if we're being honest. Like, I just don't feel like reading it. I think I'm into more modern retellings, such as like The Mere Wife by Marie Devonna Headley, or Song of Achilles by Madeline Miller, which is a retelling, but yeah, for some reason this is not interesting to me. And then I Am Not Your Perfect Mexican Daughter. This was on my list for Latinx Heritage Month, and it like fell to the bottom of the list. So I've had it for a long time, and I mean, every time I put it on a TBR, I never even start it. I think it's just, I don't really read that much YA, and you'll see a few YA books now coming up, and it's because, yeah, it has to be like a really specific type of YA for me to be interested, I think. So that one's going. And then I have two YAs, like I said. Next, The Scorpio Races by Maggie Stiefvater. I've never read anything by Maggie Stiefvater, but this one caught my attention because I am a Scorpio. So I was gonna read it for Scorpio season, like a few years back for November. Clearly that didn't work out, so I'm even less intrigued now that so much time has gone on. And then I have The Diabolic by S.J. Kincaid. I just know it's a dystopian YA, which, again, I have never picked this up one time. Not one time. So I think I can let it go. All right, and now we are into some books that were gifted to me that are very lovely gifts, but that I would never have picked out for myself, probably if, like, I had money at a store. So this is Daughter of a Queen by Sarah Bird. And one of the reasons why I'm not like super into this is that the main character is a slave on a plantation, I believe, and she is the granddaughter of an African queen, I think, but the author is a white woman, and I really prefer, if we're gonna do marginalized main characters, that they be written by people who are from that marginalization as much as possible. That's just kind of where I'm at. So I would have never bought this in a store, and I'm really not that keen to read it. So letting that go. I also have The Language of Flowers by Vanessa Diffenbaugh, and this is another one, no way. Yeah, it's about, I think, a lady who's finding comfort through learning about the meanings of flowers, and as she's like reaching middle age, and it's just, I mean, I like flowers. I actually like plants. I don't super love flowers, but yeah, I don't that's none of that is appealing to me. And then the last one today is The Giver of Stars by Jojo Moyes. So this one is one of the ones that in the bookstore I probably would have looked at it and been like, oh, intriguing, and then probably not have bought it, but I would have been a little intrigued because it's about like an English woman who marries an American man, and she's basically bored, so she decides to join Eleanor Roosevelt's traveling library, and traveling around the South, like bringing books to people. So I think it's like a really cool premise, but like personally, I probably would have just liked to read about that traveling library. I don't really want to read, because it's kind of about, I think, her reclaiming her like life and agency as a woman, and I don't know, it's just not, I don't know. I'm not super into historicals either. Like historical romance, yes, but historical fiction, not so much. So, yeah, those are all the books that I'm getting rid of in this Unhaul. Please look out for the next one coming sometime soon. I hope you all are doing well. And yeah, I'm excited to just donate these books. The ones that are new are going probably to the library. The ones that are for young readers are probably going to my husband's school. And then all the others shall be donated to my local opportunity shop. So, no book shall be wasted. Yeah, and I will see you in another video soon. Lots of love, and bye for now.